Hey Lee, what's up?
Hey, what's up, Jeremy? How you doing, man?
I am doing phenomenal. What about you?
I'm good. I'm good. I apologize for the lag. I was in the air.
Oh, no problem. Where were you traveling? You on vacation or what was the deal?
Yeah, I was out in Oregon. That's where I went to school, and I'm back here in LA.
Oh man, LA, come on, man. Why'd you have to say I'm in Omaha, Nebraska? Come on.
Oh man, I'm sorry. That's cool.
Yeah,
How is it
whatever.
out there?
It's 95 degrees out here. It's hot.
Beautiful. Nice. Nice. Cool,
All right.
cool.
So I've been excited to talk with you. Today is going to be all about you. I just want more clarification on who you are, what you're about, how I can help you, and then I'm going to show you strategies on how I'm going to get you to your goals. Guaranteed.
Beautiful.
Cool.
Cool. Yeah, yeah. Let's do it, man.
All right. So where are we currently at? What do we do? Where do we want to be at?
Yeah, so currently I am a, studio manager of two F45 studios here in Pasadena and Glendale. And I've been a trainer here since I graduated from Oregon about 6, 7 years now. And I was in the personal training game, still kind of do it here and there. Now I moved into group fitness as well. I just wanted to reach more people. I wanted to kind of expand, my network and all that good stuff. So I really enjoyed it more than I thought. And then that's what kind of led me down this role with F45, which I really love the training. I love the brand. I love the community aspect, which is what I was looking for. And now I'm just kind of looking for, I still want to have those one-on-one connections and that rapport with personal training that you get, but I want to still be able to do that in a grander scope. You know what I mean? Hence why I kind of reached out, with Chad and all that good stuff. So I'm kind of looking for not only that second stream of income, but I just want to keep growing and keep challenging myself in that way. Uh, so that's kind of what I'm looking for and kind of why I reached out.
Awesome. I love it. So F45 was created by Mark Wahlberg, right?
He's a big ambassador for it.
Okay.
He's really into it. I mean, he came down here in San Diego, worked out a little bit, but he's a good dude. Yeah, he's
Yeah,
cool.
I'm a
Yeah,
fan of him. I like him. Cool.
yeah.
So is this something that you're going to continue to stay with? Like, is this, you mentioned second stream of income. It sounds like you really enjoy what you're doing. Is this something you're going to continue with as well?
Yeah, I'm hoping I can see how I can do it in tandem, whether that means maybe I step down as, say, working online it gives me more of that freedom that I want to, maybe I kind of still do group fitness on the side with F45, but not as a manager. I'm very flexible with how it'll look, you know what I mean? So, but I definitely want to kind of have my own, manager cap on my head and kind of own my own business in that way and challenge myself in that way. So that's kind of why I'm looking to kind of just see where it melds into my life. And it's very flexible for me. So
Yeah,
yeah,
kind of build your own brand versus building someone else's the full time. And then,
totally.
yeah, kind of being your
Exactly.
own CEO, right?
Exactly. Exactly. No, for sure.
Cool. So if you were to make that jump, right, and things were to go the right direction for you, as far as you start becoming your own coach, right, your own
Right.
online coach in your own business, what would we need to be making to replace your current income to make you feel confident about the decision you made?
Um, I, maybe I'm not really into like maybe 6 to 10. I make decent money with F45 for sure. I'm very grateful. But in order to kind of have that leverage to kind of move up in my as an individual, probably like 6 to 10K a month would be like a goal for me or more. But that kind of be a base goal for sure.
So 6 to 10K, what we need to get you to possibly get removed. And then you said you're bringing in what right now about?
It's around six-ish, six,
Okay.
seven.
So
Yeah.
to give you some context behind that, industry averages anywhere between 250 a month per services up to 500. Now it can always be more than that depending on your unique offer. If you're offering more do it for you type of stuff, but that's going to be the average. Let's just say you're charging upwards of $400 on average. Okay.
Right.
So if you had 15 clients, that would get you your 6K right there. That's
Right.
simple. If you had
Right.
25 clients, that gives us that illustrious 10K that everybody's seeking, right? Now,
Right.
how many
Right.
sort you mentioned you've been in the game for 6 to 7 years. Do you currently have any certifications?
Yeah, I have my CPT, I have my AED, CPR, all that good stuff. But yeah.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Now, how big would you be wanting to take this, like best case scenario? What's the overall vision?
Uh, I mean, as big as it'll go. I mean, I want to be able to buy a house in California, which is no small feat. So,
Right.
and have more free time. I have uh and stuff like that. I really enjoy traveling, so being able to do that, would be awesome. But I really am passionate about it. I can't imagine not doing it, not coaching. So I'd want to, have my foot in the game throughout my life. And it doesn't feel like tedious or hard to me. The hard stuff is more just like administrative stuff here and there. You know what I mean?
For sure.
But yeah.
What do you feel like is the biggest challenge to actually make this a reality for you and start this bad boy?
I think just knowing where to go, it's like, say you want to go to the NFL, you go to college, you go to the combine, you go, that's the roadmap. It's just, I'm looking for that mentorship of like, okay, here's kind of like, I'm willing to put in that work and that grind time. I just don't know the steps to take, so I know I'm not, sales wise, I've done sales, for F45 and stuff like that, but I want to know how to really kind of sell what I have to offer to a certain market, so I think just having that mentorship, that guidance, so that I can, all gas, no brakes that's kind of what I'm looking for,
I
that
love
makes
it.
sense.
Cool. Yeah, 100%. What have we tried so far to, outside of maybe, is this our first steps, or have you tried anything else to make this thing pop?
I just tried looking through different online services to kind of like within my area, like, can I train you at my studio gym or whatever? But it's too much time. I want to be able to reach more people, and reach a specific and certain like niche of people. And I've done like Thumbtack, I've done, certain personal training forums online, but they're never really, people don't stay, it's very hit or miss, so.
So it looks like we want to also specialize in some retention, right?
Yeah, no, for sure, for sure.
Cool. And you already mentioned, as far as needs wise, you're looking for a step-by-step process, some structure, some clear guidance, some clear expectation, tried and proven systems. Is that correct?
Totally, exactly.
I gotcha. Cool. What else was I going to ask? Oh, how do you want to see your life differently in the next 4 to 6 months than where it's currently at?
Differently, I think just being able to have the idea in my, like, being able to, book trips, go to, I'm a big Packer fan. I want to be able to book a trip to Lambeau and just be able to go, I want to be able to just, basically kind of have that freedom and I'm not here to just have a mansion. I want to just feel comfortable. I have my bills to pay and all that good stuff. So I think just having that like stability and that comfortability, I'm still in my 20s, still trying to find that, is kind of what I'm looking for. And, being able to book a trip without having to worry about it too much would be great, so
100%.
yeah, more free time, more free time.
Yeah, so I can tell it's huge for you. Keep on mentioning time. So
Yeah.
how many hours a week are you currently working?
I'm a 40 hour salary.
Okay.
Yeah.
40 hours. Okay. So if you can dictate really 10 to 20 hours per week, you're going to be in a good spot. If you can dictate 20 hours or more, you're in a dangerously great spot.
Okay.
Do you feel like any of those are like realistic for you right now with what you got going on?
Yeah. So the thing with F45 too is it fluctuates in terms of like just my tasks. You know what I mean? Like today, right? I coached 2 hours. I had like 2 hours of admin work. I'm pretty much done. So it's like it's very fluctuates depending on the time period. I could do my work wherever, as long as I'm not coaching in the studio. I just do my work on my laptop wherever I am. So that's kind of nice in that sense. So I definitely would want to. I want to be able to set aside that time to make this work. So yeah.
How long have you been considering this move, like making this transition?
This year, I think I was also always hesitant about it because, you see all this stuff on Instagram about people, doing this, that, and the other, and you just never know where to start, and I don't know kind of like I said, the kind of the tried and true process for how to get there and stuff. I was like, oh, I can't do that. I don't know. I'm a in-person kind of person, so, but I'm like, well, why not? Why can't I do it? I just, fuck it. Sorry, lack of a better term.
No, you're good.
Like, why not? Why can't it be me? So that's why I reached out to someone that is proven that they can do it, and why not see if they can help guide me? So
100%. So I completely resonate with you because I was a master level trainer for over 15 years.
Oh, wow.
I was training 40 people a week in person, 2 to 3 times a week.
Oh my God.
So my hours were crazy, right? I was working 4:30 in the morning, about 8:30 at night.
Jesus.
That no longer works as I'm 41 years old. I get fucking tired, right? By Friday, I'm tired, right? So I needed to figure something out. Okay.
Yeah,
so you had mentioned like this, having that time, having that flexibility. For me, it was, I wanted travel, right? And I wanted more time with my family.
Yeah.
So money is great, but you don't want to trade in time for money. Right?
Exactly.
You had mentioned earlier too, freedom. And part of that is going to be financial freedom. What level of freedom do you think you're currently at? Are we in a great spot, or do you feel like you're struggling? What does that look like for you in your current predicament?
I think I'm pretty lucky. I think I'm in a decent spot, but I want to grow. Like I'm not like paycheck by paycheck, but I'm also not like I would need to kind of like save up a little bit to kind of have the freedom to travel the way I want, you know? So
Yeah,
it's good. It's not great. You know what I
sure.
mean? Yeah.
What level of priority is this to make this happen for you right now?
Pretty high. Like I actually just moved from San Diego to LA. I was the studio manager down there, and rent ain't cheap out here, so
Yeah,
it's pretty high because I want to have that. And I just thought, why not now? I've already made this transition for my life, moving to LA, and why not make more growth changes? I'm already here at this point. I think I have that sense of urgency because I'm in this transitional period already. You know what I mean?
cool.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. I'm gonna do a quick recap, make sure I got everything on point.
Cool.
Okay, so you are a studio manager for two F45s. We're working 40 hours a week on salary, been in the training game for about 6 to 7 years, has your multiple certifications. Big thing right now that I'm catching on is we want fucking time, money, and some flexibility, right? Travel is the number one thing that we are really shooting for.
Mhm.
Right now, we start off as a second source of income, but depending on how this transitions, this could be something that becomes like the main primary source, but you could still see yourself doing a little bit of group training because that's something you truly love. Our
Sure.
goal is to hit 6 to 10K initially, but then sky's the limit as far as where we want to go from
Yeah.
there. Challenges are really knowing, where do I go from here? What do I do? I have this vision. I just need to put it together.
Hmm.
Biggest things that we need to work on is sales, marketing, and retention. What we need is a mentorship, a step-by-step process, some lead generation. And what we tried is a lot of researching. Next 4 to 6 months, we want to be out here traveling, living our best life. Is that
Yeah.
about right?
Sounds about right in a nutshell.
Cool. All right, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to share my screen. We're going to go over a high level what we have to offer. Then I'm
Cool.
going to actually show you how I'm going to get you to 10K. Cool.
Okay, let's do it.
All right, let's party. Let me know when you can see my screen.
I can see it.
All right, so as you know, we're the Next Level Coaching Academy. This is a big deal. We're accredited through the Better Business Bureau. Got a
Oh,
rating of an
wow.
A. Yeah, got a rating of an A and a possible A plus. We're also backed
Yeah,
by three of the largest certification companies in the world: ACE, NASM, and ISSA. So if you had one
that's
of these,
huge. Wow.
this would be continuing education credits if you had one of these, which is awesome.
Wow. Cool.
On the success ladder, we've got two tiers. Got the 10K accelerator. We've got the mastery level coach. Now, 10K is going to be great for an individual such as yourself. Got some skin in the game, got some certifications, but you're ready to make some impact on the online space. The
Right. Right.
information in this course is geared to get you from 0 up to 10K per month in as little as 4 months, if so desired.
Cool.
Now, when we're hitting 10K on a consistent basis, and our goal is now to hit to 100K a month, then we're going to start removing ourselves from the coaching aspect, become more of a CEO of our own business, kind of step away from the day-to-day monotonous activities
Mhm.
and learn how to lead other leaders, if that makes sense.
That
Okay.
makes sense. Yep.
So right now, we're really going to focus on building our foundation with the 10K accelerator.
Okay.
Now, we have 4 levels to this, but the first thing we want to do is get you some clients right out the gate. We can't call ourselves a business without paying clients, right?
Right.
Then we'll establish a solid business foundation. We'll teach you how to generate leads organically, utilizing the newest software to make things more efficient. And we'll also develop sales and client retention strategies to help you reach, sustain, and surpass 10K per month.
Gotcha.
On the support side of things, it's second to none. You're going to have an assigned one-on-one coach. This individual's completed 10K in mastery level, so they have a 6 or 7-figure business built off the information in this course. They're battle tested. Okay. So you'll have a game planning call with that individual to review where you want to get to, the most efficient way to get there.
Mhm.
Every 2 weeks, you're going to have one-on-one coaching calls, very similar to this. Revisit the game plan, make changes, receive feedback, get very specific instructions on what you need to execute for the upcoming weeks.
Gotcha.
And then once we're averaging about 2 to 3 Zoom calls per week, and we complete the sales modules, you'll be introduced to your sales coach. This is a game changer. This individual will help you teach the psychology behind sales, how to maximize your overall return of investment and close down those sales calls at a 40% clip or greater.
Cool.
And then bi-weekly roster group coaching calls, 5 times a week of group support calls that accommodate your current 9 to 5. This would go over client objection handling, client delivery, marketing, mindset issues, case studies, lead generation, you name it, we'll deep dive into it.
Gotcha.
And then you'll have 24/5 tech support as well. So outside of all those game planning calls, you can text your coach as much as you like. They're contractually obligated to answer all of your questions.
Gotcha. Cool.
Becoming a fitness entrepreneur is dope. It's exciting. It's amazing, but it does get overwhelming. So we created what we call the Zenpreneur method. We help with weekly mindset calls, breath work, meditation, even journaling sessions, just to ensure you're always in a good headspace, no matter where you're at with your business.
Nice.
Resources, you'll have the course curriculum. You'll have that Zenpreneur method. This will be a game changer on it. I know you already know about this. Done for you programming saves you hours of time every single week. And we'll also give the agency outsourcing options when you're ready to make specific changes or enhancements. And we do also offer an optional certification at no additional charge. Okay? Any questions on that so far?
No, that's awesome. That's a lot of resources.
For sure.
Right.
Got to make sure you're set up for success, right?
Yeah, for sure.
All right. So this is the secret sauce to get you from 0 to 10K. 4 phases. First phase, act first. That means we're going to launch our business. We're going to announce to the world who we are, kind of let them know what we're about, but we're going to implement specific strategies to get your first couple clients.
Gotcha.
Phase 2, we're going to set up all your back-end administration systems, make sure you're a fully legal company, identify what problems you solve for individuals. Based upon that, we'll create our offer and pricing. First 2 phases will take about maybe a month to month and a half in totality. The rest of the time will be in phase 3 and phase 4. Okay. Phase 3, organic marketing. How can we maximize your overall reach? We'll also teach you community lead generation methods. We use WhatsApp group. We'll teach you basic sales creations to close down deals more efficiently. Phase 4, we're going to teach you the #1 skill you'll ever learn in your life, which is sales. Okay. We're going to maximize your sales capabilities, help you close down those calls at a 40% clip or greater. We're going to have consistent client delivery systems, but emphasize customer support and client retention to keep people happy for long periods of time, but advanced into higher levels of your programming. Any questions on that so far?
No, cool. Thanks for breaking it down.
You got it. Now, this is the actual modules. Let me go back in here. This is the actual modules, 32 total modules. Each module has an overview link. It'll also be associated with videos. The links in the videos will show you step-by-step, zero guesswork, which I'll show you here in a second.
Gotcha.
First step to becoming a full-time coach, we talked about strategies. We've got 3 of them that we implement right out the gate to get you clients. The cool thing is the resources we provide for you are already done for you, so we're more efficient with our time.
Gotcha.
The 10K Accelerator Directory, I want you to view this as onboarding material that'll help you become a better student. It shows you how to maximize the program to its fullest capabilities. The roadmap to success is broken up into 2 phases. What do we need to do to get it from 0 to 5K? What do we need to do to get to 5 to 10? So step-by-step examples there. Now, based upon your specific goals, we want daily and evening routines. We also want to help get past anxiety, fear of failure, all those natural normal feelings. So we kind of go over that here in the lifestyle and mindset module.
Cool.
We've also identified the top 10 struggles that you'll face as a fitness entrepreneur, but we provided solutions to each and every one of these. Now, administration systems and ChatGPT is where things get interesting. Have you heard of ChatGPT? Have you used it yet?
I've seen some of my buddies that are trying to become doctors use it. So
yeah, it's insane. It's like Google on steroids.
No,
like a high-power virtual assistant.
It's a lot.
We can actually use this for creating SOPs, content creation ideas, even utilizing it for like resources for like program design or nutrition as well in a fraction of the time.
Wow.
Okay. Backend systems will teach you for like payments. We'll show you how to set up Wave or Stripe, DocuSign for client agreements, Typeform and Calendly to book calls, True Coach or Trainerize to upload all of your programming, all of your nutrition into one spot. You can even customize the videos, makes things more efficient for your clients. Same thing for your financial systems. We're going to show you how to set up your LLC, get your employment identification number, tell you when to open up a business bank account, how to track what's coming in and out of your business, how to pay quarterly taxes, how to pay yourself. All of your business legalities are covered through here.
That's so nice.
Now, the cool thing about this is if you were to set up your LLC the traditional way, it takes 2 to 3 weeks. We're partnered with an AI company. It takes 2 to 3 minutes for all your business legalities to be done.
Wow.
So a fraction of the time.
Right.
Target setting, we're going to create your 3-year vision, your 1-year vision, your 3-month vision. We'll deep dive into your goals. Then from there, we're going to figure out what problem you solve for individuals. Based upon that, that's when we're going to create our offer and pricing. Is this more do it for you, do it with you, or do it yourself program? The more that you do, the more that you offer, the higher the ticket offer, which is established upon its overall length of terms. So we'll help the structure of your pricing is there as well. Any questions on that?
No, that's awesome. I'm just absorbing it all.
Yeah, let me know if I'm going too fast or if you need me to slow down with anything.
No, for sure. These are all questions I have, so thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, organic marketing, we're going to show you how to utilize some AI software, have you do 1 hour's worth of work and get 14 different pieces of content created out of this. So just working
Wow.
smarter, not harder. And
For
then we're
sure.
going to show you how to maximize your overall reach by setting up podcasts and YouTube. We want more people to know who you are and what you're about and expand that message. And then we'll
Right.
show you how to market for all things Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok related. So it's more than just random posts. It's very specific strategies and resources for each
Right.
platform that we utilize. So we even track this through data analytics. We'll even show you how to maximize TikTok to its fullest capabilities as well.
Gotcha.
Content creation made easy. We're going to introduce you to Canva Basic, Canva Pro, and Microsoft Designer. Great editing features, makes your page more aesthetically pleasing, more organized. Great for logos and branding as well. And then the 10K generation framework. There's a few different ways we do this. The first of which is what we call earned media. I want you to think of this as like inbound marketing or people raising their hand trying to reach out to you first. We'll give you specific resources and strategies to get people to want to reach out to you. An example that works really good, cross-pollination example of this, maybe you're partnered with another coach or trainer and your audience gets to see who you are, their audience gets to see who, or vice versa, your audience gets to see who they are, theirs gets to see who you are. So we're expanding our overall reach. Free resources, click here for a 5-day workout program or nutrition. People love that. It's an easy way to get their information, follow up with them. But my favorite, the scholarship strategy. Easy way to get people in the door. Hey, I'm running a scholarship over the next week. The winner gets 2 free months of coaching or whatever you want to do. The ones that don't win, you go back in and say, hey, Haley, unfortunately you didn't win, but since you did fill out an application, I'm giving away my coaching program right now at a discounted rate of blah, 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 blah. It gets people in the door. Yep.
Oh, I bet that's a good idea.
Opposite end of this is what we call conversation calls, or this would be like outbound marketing. It's you reaching out to individuals first. So we'll give you specific scripts. We'll give you conversation call examples. But more importantly, we're going to show you where to find all these leads on all 3 platforms, how to build and nurture these relationships, have more intimate one-on-one conversations, but get them filtered in through our WhatsApp group. So that way they're talking to individuals you already service. So those individuals are going to be hyping you up. So by the time they get on that sales call, they feel like they know who you are, what you're about, and that you've given some really good testimonials.
Gotcha.
Now, another phase of this that a lot of trainers and coaches don't look into, it's not just DMing. I want you to think of your local community. You're all over California. We need to maximize that, okay? Example, I'm partnered with a local supplement company out here. I have all my clients on specific supplementation. That supplement company gives me 30 referrals a month because I'm supporting their business. So it's an easy way for me to grow my business. Another example, doing free seminars. My wife's in healthcare. Some of the most unhealthiest people are healthcare providers. So I get 15 referrals doing that for a free 20-minute conversation.
Wow.
So just thinking smarter. From there, we're going to go into referral strategy. This is going to be your bread and butter. Friends, families, coworkers talking about how amazing you are. We'll show you resources and strategies to incentivize them to bring you more referrals without actually having to ask. And then if you're going to be any type of entrepreneur, you have to be good at sales. You got to learn how to maximize your overall sales capabilities to set up 2 types of phone calls. The first is a meet and greet. It's like a 10-minute screening call, trying to figure out if you really want to work with that individual, if you can actually solve their problem. This will lead us into our closing call. This is where you're trying to lock down this call and turn them into an actual client. We'll give you specific scripts. We'll give you our entire objection handling web. We'll teach you how to create downsells and discounts. This will be a game changer, creating financing options for people who normally couldn't afford it, and then how to lock them down once and for all. Once you lock them down, we want to go back and we want to track all this. We want to track how many calls were booked, how many showed, how many closed, and at what length of term. We want predictable data every single month. So we'll give you resources for that. Objection handling is going to be all the excuses you hear as to why someone can't start your program. We give you over 30 different examples that you are going to hear over and over. The more you can familiarize yourself with this, the easier it is to overcome those objections and get them to sign up with you sooner. And then onboarding, probably the most overlooked area by most trainers and coaches, is somebody's first 30 days in your program. So this is where standards, expectations are created. We want to make sure that we have resources in their hand within that first 24 to 48 hours while we're building out their program, helping them understand like how check-ins work, things of that nature. Keeping them busy. Client delivery is it's your bread and butter here too. So week to week process, how we deliver services. How can we do it more efficiently? How can we track success metrics and how our communication styles are? No matter how good of a coach you are, someone's going to ghost you, someone's going to quit, someone's not going to listen. It's inevitable. But a lot of times those individuals want a larger community feel. Some of them want more individualized touch points. Some of them want challenges. Some of them want to be incentivized to do what's already expected of them. So we'll give you resources and strategies to get them to execute at a higher level on a more frequent basis.
Gotcha.
Customer support. How do we deal with cancellations, refund requests, pause requests? How do we mitigate it? Then lastly, we'll move into client retention. We want people happy for long periods of time, but we want them at higher levels of your program. How can we do that? How can we track it?
Gotcha.
Quick recap, and we'll answer all of your questions. Cool?
Cool.
All right, it's a 4-month program. You're gonna have your customized game planning call. You'll have a one-on-one coach the entire term. You'll have one-on-one coaching calls every 2 weeks, a private sales coach, a Facebook community and CEO trainings, 5 times a week of group support calls, 24/5 tech support, done for you programming and optional certification in the business course curriculum. Anything you felt like we missed?
No, I mean, that you broke it down. I appreciate that. Is the so you said the group support calls, those are like obviously depending on my current work schedule, I can make Monday versus it's just there's different options for the group.
100%.
Okay,
Yep.
gotcha. Cool. No, that's awesome, man. Thank you.
Yeah, you got it. Is there anything that you need more clarification on?
No, I just think the knowing kind of predictability of like kind of how like when would results come after the 4 months, or does that kind of happen the first or second month, like after I kind of set everything up and all that
No,
stuff?
so really in the beginning, our focal point is help you get clients right out the gate.
Oh, okay.
I'd rather you be overwhelmed with a level of success versus overwhelmed with I don't got shit coming in, right?
Gotcha. Yeah,
So we
yeah.
want to make sure we're going to use 1 of 3 different strategies to get people in the door to you. And
Okay.
then from there, we're going to show you how to set up your backend system. So this is one of those programs you execute and implement as you go. You don't just go
Okay.
through the course and then go back. You're building
Okay.
your business every single day, step by step with that
Gotcha.
coach. Does that make
Gotcha.
sense?
Yeah. So I'm brick by bricking it pretty much every day. Gotcha.
100%.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
Any other questions you got? I showed you a ton of shit.
No. I mean, I loved how you showed me all the modules. I mean, those are all questions those are all scenarios I'd run into that I run into now, So
Yeah,
no, that's
the
awesome.
beautiful thing too is we can market this in a way we're killing 2 birds with 1 stone. One, we're going to market to where if people are near your local area, or maybe they're traveling, they want to get a great boot camp workout in with you.
Right. You're right.
We can drive them to your in person, right?
Right. Yeah.
The ones that can't do that, we want to drive them to your your online presence. So we're killing
Gotcha.
2 birds with 1 stone if you're going to be out
That's
there,
awesome.
right?
That's perfect. Yeah, that's cool.
Cool. Did you
Love
get a
it.
chance to check out any testimonials?
I did see a few. I did.
Okay.
And they seem like really cool people.
All right, I'm gonna skip over to the averages. A lot of people want to know what the top students do. I can show you what the average individual does. Okay.
Cool.
73% of our students sign their client in month 1. On average, it takes them 1 week to do so. Cool stat
Wow.
behind this.
That's
The individuals that sign their client in month 1 by the end of month 4 are averaging over 8K per month. The individuals that don't sign their client in month 1, but by the end of month 4 are averaging over 6,500. So just to be a basic mediocre student, you can expect to make 6,500 to 8K.
Wow, that's crazy.
Right. Now,
Yeah,
this
that's
is a
wild.
this is a big deal, man. People are quitting their job and averaging just 10.6 weeks to go full-time on their online fitness business. Not
What?
saying you have to, but literally we're under 3 months, people are going full-time with this. The average
Holy
student.
shit.
Yeah, it happens fast. And of the students who do hit a 10K month, it takes them 13 weeks. So just over 90 days and they're already hitting 10K months.
Wow. That's insane.
So let me ask you something for a second before I follow through with this. You've got skin in the game. Do you feel like you're an average individual at all?
No, I feel like I've built up my experience and been through the ringer enough to kind of know what's going on, but I have a lot to learn. I'll tell you that.
100%.
Yeah.
But my point behind this is average stats.
Yeah.
Think where you would be in this category because you have a little bit more experience than a lot of the average individuals, right?
Right.
Really
I
do
hear
take
you.
that time.
For
Cool.
sure.
The students who stay with us for 12 months have 97 clients on their roster on average. Those individuals that have 97 clients are averaging 366,000 a year.
Oh my God, that's insane.
So now you can travel, you can get that house in LA, right?
Yeah.
And right now, our students are grading the program a 4.6 out of 5, which means they're getting massive results for their respective businesses. Any questions on that?
No, that's awesome. It's I mean, it feels like just like the perfect kind of personal trainer and business course. I mean, I don't want to go to do a business course. I don't know how to apply it to my personal training business. You know what I mean?
100%. Cool.
So, yeah.
All right. So next, what we're going to talk about is, well, really quick. Did you get a chance to hear about the 3 times your investment guarantee?
No, what's that?
So that's a big deal. A lot of companies will have a money back guarantee. We have a 3 times your investment guarantee. So essentially, to be eligible for that, attend your game planning call, which is pretty standard. Attend all of your one-on-one coaching calls, which is only 2 per month. 1 group support call each week. Charge at least the bare minimum of $250 or more for services. Don't spend longer than 2 weeks on the optional certification if that's something that you want to utilize. You probably wouldn't need it because you already have certified. And run a scholarship program within the first 90 days. That's only going to get you clients and no late payments. If you do all that, show up and just do what's expected of you, we guarantee you will 3 times the amount you invest in or you get 100% refund.
Oh, wow.
Year to date, we've helped almost 3,000 students. We've only had to return 1.6%.
Wow. 3,000 students?
Yeah.
Wow. That's a lot.
Does that give you a little bit more confidence?
No, for sure. I mean, it's the accreditation, and it's the fact that like there is, you know, the fact that it's just so sure. Like you said, these are mediocre average numbers too. You know.
100%.
So no, for sure. Yeah. I'm absorbing and processing, man. This is cool.
Awesome. Cool. Do you feel, I know, like I said, I showed you quite a bit of stuff. Seems like you're pretty excited. Do you feel like this handles all of your challenges and all the issues that you've been having up to this point to get this thing rolling and get you to your goals?
Yeah, for sure. No, I mean, this is the guidance that I was looking for.
Cool.
Definitely.
And we feel pretty confident that we can do about 10 to 20 hours per week.
Yes. No, for sure.
Now, are you 100% confident in your own skill set and ability to follow through with the support we're providing?
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, I want to be on those support calls.
I love that. No, those are the ones that are actually killing it. So the ones that take advantage of the course, like that are like the individuals always do one more, like, you know how it is in the gym, one more rep, one more set.
Yeah.
Those individuals are crushing it.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Right. They're coachable. They're committed. They're consistent. They take quick action. They implement immediately.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So next we're going to talk about is everyone's favorite part. What's this thing going to cost us? The investment portion. Okay.
Gotcha. Yes.
So we have a payment plan and we'll have a paid in full option. Payment plan means we make a down payment. We spread it out over 4 to 6 months. Paid in full means we just pay the whole thing up front. We save a significant amount of money.
Right.
And then no matter where you're at, we also have extended payment plans and we have financing options as well to ensure that I can make sure I get you in the door. Cool?
Cool.
All right. Haley, what's this going to cost us? Only $100,000 in your left kidney. No, I'm playing. There's a payment plan of $7,300 and there's a paid in full option of $6,500, saves you $800.
Okay.
Out of those two, which do you think works best for you?
Well, currently with all my moving expenses, I think the payment plan would work better with some sort of with whatever options, and I could try to figure out what would work best for you guys and for me, kind of what that would look like.
Yeah. So let's
realistically.
Yep. Majority of individuals do the payment plan. So let's talk about how if you weren't to need financing. Okay. So what an average student will put down is usually right around 2,300. Okay. So that takes that 7,300 down to 5,000.
Okay.
You divide 5,000 over 4 months. That's equivalent to $1,250 per month, which is you needing 3 to 5 clients, depending on what you're charging.
Okay.
You feel like that's pretty reasonable?
No, for sure. For sure. Is that like average people put down?
That's the average. Now, if you don't have to put that down, but the reason I give you that number is because the reoccurring doesn't seem so overwhelming, right? The more you put down, the less reoccurring, obviously.
Obviously, for sure. Okay. So what is what's it called? You said 4 to 6 months usually is the game. Okay. And when could I actually am opening up 1 or 2 more credit cards because I just had to do that just to build up my credit a little bit. When would I have to can I have like a ballpark when I could give you a for sure answer on what that would look like for me?
Yeah. So is that down payment something that you're comfortable with, or do you have something different in mind?
I think it's feasible. I think I want to wait for my approval on my credit card to make sure that that's 100% comfortable. But then from there, I'm like 90% sure I want to do this. So I want to make this work with whatever is okay with you guys. So let me wait on my credit card approval. I should take a day or two. I already put it in last week. So once that's good, then I can kind of give you more of an answer if 23 is good or if I have to go lower. You know what I mean?
Cool. So let me give you those options so you know.
Yeah. Tell me.
Okay, so that way we have a better indication on what we're dealing with.
For
So
sure.
if you did that, now
Yep.
if you wanted to spread it out over 4 months, okay,
Okay.
so why don't you give me an idea of really what's comfortable budget wise that you would want to put down? Let's just pretend that we didn't even need the credit card. What would you feel
Yeah.
comfortable with?
I mean, if I could do, I guess 12.
Okay, so cool. Let's play
Let's,
that.
let's
Okay.
play with 12.
So we're gonna do 7,300 minus 1,200. Okay.
Right.
That brings us to 6,100. Let's divide this over 6 months now.
Okay.
That's just barely over 1,016 per month.
Yeah, that'd be more feasible.
Okay. So that would be that if we did it over 6 months. Okay.
Okay.
Now we do have a couple other financing options.
Okay.
So my goal is well, before we even move forward, let's
Mhm.
just take a pause, and I want you to kind of remind me again, really what you feel like online coaching is going to give for you. Like, what's the main purpose for us here?
It's the time, the more freedom and all that good stuff, and being able to kind of like do that quickly, but not put and yeah, just enjoy life a little bit more, have more time, like you said, with family and all that good stuff. So yeah.
Yeah, I love it. Now, let me ask you a question. Let's say if you weren't to move forward with coaching at
Mhm.
all, what would the next 6 to 12 months of your life look like?
Uh, Hamster wheel, same thing. Same shit, different days for in terms of right now. Because my next goal was to, potentially own a studio, but even then I'd be breaking my back with, gym stuff, so that's it would kind of be the same as now, so it wouldn't look too different if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is that something you'd be willing to settle for?
No, it's not. It's
No.
not for sure. But yeah, it's just the initial part of that is obviously always more hesitant about, but it is something that I have a good gut feeling about. So it would be more feasible with the second path we described together.
So we have those paths, right?
Yep.
But I have some other options that can definitely get you in the door at a much lower rate.
Okay.
Okay. So one of them, we have one that's in-house, and you
Mhm.
might like this option. Okay.
Okay.
This is in-house, so it's through an LCA. And what we
Okay.
do is we spread that out. We'd be spreading that out over 12 months.
Okay.
Okay. So how this would look, there's going to be 20% interest, which brings your grand total to 7,300 plus 20% interest would be 8,760. Now
Okay.
this is the kicker.
Okay.
It's a 4 month same as cash. So if you pay this thing all off before your term's over,
Okay.
zero interest will honor the 7,300.
Okay. Gotcha.
Okay. Now the minimum down for that, if you just want to split it out evenly over 12 months, would be 7,300. 70, or I'm sorry, would be 730 a month.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that is one option. That would get you in the door a lot sooner.
Right.
Other
Right.
option is called sweet pay. And what this allows us to do is we take that 7,300, we spread it out over 12 months, but it's only 5% down. So 5% of 7,300 is 365
Okay.
plus a one-time service activation fee of $59. So to get going today on a hypothetical would be 424. You divide
Gotcha.
that, or I'm sorry, your next payment wouldn't be due until the end of August, which is about
Right.
six weeks away. Your
Right.
monthly payment would be about 622 a month, which is you needing like 1.5 to 2 clients to make that back.
Right. Right. Okay.
Do those seem more realistic to get you
Yeah.
going?
Yeah, I think so. I think so for sure.
Do we feel comfortable to not have to utilize the credit card and just go that route as it's much
Yeah.
lower?
No, for sure. I think no, those are pretty good options for what you guys are offering for sure. And I see the value in it for sure. Let's see, because it is mainly my decision. But let's see, I think I'll go definitely for one of the last two. I'm thinking more of the sweet pay because I can definitely put that money down. Can I give you a for sure answer by Friday?
You
Does that
could,
become,
there's no time limit on this at
are you
all.
sure? Okay.
Yeah. Are you the decision maker, or who do you have to run it by?
No, it's mainly me, but I just got to make sure that I'm just paying off my rent from like my previous place.
Yep.
I just want to have that. I get paid like literally tomorrow night at midnight. So let me just make sure that's all settled. But I'm even more sure now with that option that that's way more feasible, you know.
Cool.
Yeah.
Now
And then
let me,
if even then too, could I even pay with the sweet pay? Could I, if I can pay that off earlier?
yes,
Is that okay too?
you can pay that one off as early as you like, and there'll be no penalties for that at
Oh, okay.
all. Okay.
Okay.
So
Okay.
again, the course itself is going to be 4 months. So if you have 3 times your investment guarantee, we should be able to pay this off way in
For
advance.
sure. I'm confident about it. I totally do. I really do see the value in it. It's just it's moving so freaking expensive. But yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
100% get that.
Yeah.
So we're just taking, and I'm totally cool with taking moving forward off the table. Excuse
Yeah.
me, chair's getting uncomfortable. Yeah, moving forward off the table. But let me ask you a couple questions,
Mhm.
just to kind of get engaged. What do we currently have? I know you just got done moving. What do you have currently available, like in checkings or savings?
Oh, I have like upwards of like 8 to 10 or give or take, but a lot of that's my student loan stuff. That rent. I got two big huskies and all that good stuff. So a lot of that stuff was just stored up savings for student loans and all that. So
For
that I
sure,
that
totally
won't
get that.
eliminate, yeah.
So let me ask you this. So I think you said Saturday is double checking. Do
Yeah.
you feel like if we start with work, if we get you going at 424, you have 6 weeks, right? We could actually get you onboarded tomorrow.
Okay. Okay.
So if you wanted to get ripping and rolling, you're $424 away from that financial freedom.
Right. Right. Right.
So my objective is, or my thought is, and again, this is just us shooting the shit together.
Yeah.
We have 8 to 10, right? Is 4 days going to make a drastic difference besides you able to get your first couple of clients maybe right out the gate, or at least have your back end system set up?
Uh, Not a huge difference. I just think I want to make sure that I have my it wouldn't be huge. I just think I want to kind of like let it simmer a little bit, but I am pretty confident that I want to move forward. I'm kind of tired of my same shit different day, but I think I want to let it sit just for at least the night, get my pay, and then kind of go from there, make sure my student loans are not going to jump or anything like that because I have college shit. So, but if I'm being real, I just kind of want to let it sit, just simmer for a night.
Yeah, and I like that, because I want you to be 90% on board and allow our coaches to get you over that 10% hump.
Yeah.
But usually, because I was like this, cool, funny story. I was on the same opposite end of this call before,
Mhm.
and I was making good money as a personal trainer, but I was like, yeah, I'm gonna hit you back in like 2 days.
Yeah.
Didn't call him back for over 4 months. And I'm not saying you would, but I'm
Yeah.
saying the natural mindset is, after we got this phone call, the coming to Jesus moment is gonna like fade away. And you're gonna be like, you know what the fuck was I thinking? $7,300? Like, yeah, fuck him. I think I might be able to figure this out, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So our hypothalamus is based off of like balance, right? Like
Yeah.
what sounds good to us. And our brains won't tell us what's best for us. They'll tell us what we did based upon our previous actions,
Yeah.
right? So my main thing is, I'm 100% on board with you thinking about it, but I want you to think. Usually when someone tells me they need to think about it, it's one of few things. One,
Yeah.
I don't feel like the program's gonna get them the results that they're looking for.
Mm-hmm.
Two, maybe I failed on an area that they didn't get enough clarification.
Mm-hmm.
Three, it's totally financial. Or four, they don't feel like they can fully commit. Out of all of those,
Mm-hmm.
which do you think most resonates with you right now?
It's definitely not you.
Okay.
Definitely not you. I think you're great. And you've made it very comfortable for me to just be real. Definitely not you. But definitely I think it's just the financial step is making sure that I can commit to that, because I do have the savings and all that stuff, but I mean, it is, I think that's it. And two, also, actually, I did have a question though, as far as like the program wise, are people in general, like when they're getting their clients and they're getting, their leads and all that stuff, is it mainly through TikTok, Instagram, Facebook? Is it the social media buy-ins, right? That's what's generating, like their content's what's kind of giving them that, right?
Yep. So we're going to show you how to actually reach out to those individuals. So it's
Okay.
going to be about what you post, but it's more
Okay.
also people don't realize stories and reels are a huge deal, right? But your storyline,
Uh-huh.
you want people to feel like if they were in LA, you want them to get the feel like they would want to look you up and hang out with you. That's what you want to
Oh,
give
okay.
them that
Okay.
impression of.
Right.
So it's not just showing you who you are as Haley, the fitness guru, but
Mhm.
also who you are in your personal life. People want to resonate with you. And
Right.
then we're also going to show you how to market the pain points for the individuals that you're servicing.
Right.
So to give you an example, I pinpoint men 35 to 50 years old that are high level executives.
Wow.
So
Okay.
think about those problems that a 35 to 50-year-old man would have that's highly competitive in his career, right?
Right. Right.
The common problems are usually unhealthy habits of eating because they're always working or not getting
Right.
enough food in, rarely working out, less than 3 days per week, if at all,
Right.
not home for their wife or their kids. So they're not very attentive to their woman's needs or their kids' needs. So if you're not home and you're not being attentive, when you are home, your wife doesn't want to give you any intimacy,
Right.
right? Because she
Right.
resents your ass by now. Okay.
Yeah.
So men are powered off of money, sex, and power. You
Right.
take one of those away, and all of a sudden we got some problems.
Right.
So I focus on showing men how they can, that's their pain points. I show them how I can actually optimize their overall performance
Hmm.
in their boardroom life as well as in their personal life. So
Right.
they can be more of a leader with their family just as they are in front of their employees
Right.
by giving them daily little habits. So I do that. I'm speaking directly to their pain points. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yeah.
So if you can solve someone's pain point, they will pay anything to have that taken care of.
Right. 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 Cool. No, that makes it like so that's your kind of that's your niche. That's your
That's
bubble.
my niche.
Right.
Now, originally, I only wanted to work with athletes. The
Hmm.
problem with that is athletes don't got any money, right?
That's true.
Majority of them don't. So I posted stuff before my storylines of me doing some crazy stuff because I'm a men's IPE pro. I'm a speed and agility specialist. I've done all these things. So I still get filtered in guys that want to go like to the next level type of training. They're fun. But the
Right.
majority of my guys are paying my bills, so to speak,
Yeah.
are those ones I'm speaking to their pain points. So a lot of the general population, stuff like that.
Right. 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 Okay.
So if you're a niche client, you want to make sure, like, as an example, who's your niche client? Who are you going after?
I think busy or even single, like high end, like I run into like here, like just producers, these women that are so powerful that may have a family, may not, that are just like trying to kind of similar to you, they have this struggle of like, how do I, find the time in my life for myself?
Yep.
They're pleasing everyone else, so I think kind of like attending to them, and I kind of resonate with them, not because just because I number one, I admire that kind of hard work in women for sure. But I think just giving allotting, making sure they know that you need to attend to yourself before
Yeah.
you can attend it anyway. So that's kind of like where my head's at. 'Cause I like athletes. I play ball, like whatever. But I think, like you said, I think I resonate more with that general pop more. So I think
Yep.
that's kind of what I would, if I would, when I go through with this, that's kind of what I would want guidance on is that population for sure. So
Yeah. And your coach will also talk about your like unique angle with your offers and what you like. For instance, women that are like high powered women that are busy, like a great do it for you thing that's an additional price point.
mhm,
Some of them will get so comfortable with you, they'll give you your credit card information and you'll have to purchase their groceries and their supplements for them.
yeah,
That's a high ticket offer. And it's an
right,
easy way to charge over that $500 because you're spending all that additional time
right,
doing those things. So
right,
that's
right,
just another great way as well.
right. No, for sure.
Cool. Now
But yeah, so that's
I'm
kind
gonna
of,
do, go
yeah.
ahead.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. But yeah, so I think that to answer your question is that's kind of where I'm at, where my head's at. So, um, yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking.
Cool. I'm gonna have you do one more thing. Okay.
Okay.
Two more things. Okay. And I promise I'm gonna leave you alone after
No,
tonight.
you're good. You're good.
Okay. So check this out.
Okay.
We're gonna do some role reversal. Okay.
Okay.
So you are my trainer. Okay.
Okay.
I just came across your program. You pitched me on this call. You showed me your program. Haley, this is amazing. This does give me all the things I need. It's going to get me off my medication. It's going to allow me to be a better man for my family. Like, I know this is exactly what I need. I know it. Like, hands down, this is the shit. Right.
Yeah.
However, Haley, I'm not 100% sure I can commit to you right now.
Mhm.
Like, is there maybe another time like I can maybe do this? What would you say to me?
Oh, I'd probably give them what you told me. I'd probably, I'd probably tell them, well, what is stopping you today versus tomorrow, or versus Friday or something like that. And I'd ask, what's that difference going to make? And I'd ask just kind of what are the hindrances? What are some obstacles going on in your head currently? And see if I can attend to them now.
I like that. So I'm gonna give you a one-liner that's worked great for me for actual personal training clients.
Yeah.
Hey, Jeremy, totally get it. If you don't invest in your health and fitness today, you inevitably invest in your illness tomorrow, right? You already mentioned you're on medications, right? So, hey, I totally get it. You know what? And maybe my program isn't for you right now.
Mhm.
However, I want you to think right now, if you weren't to move forward with this, we're in the same perpetual cycle we've been at now for, you mentioned, for 2 years. Okay.
Right.
So if we do this, do you want to continue to go see your doctor, go wait in a doctor's office for an hour and a half to be seen for 10 minutes
Mhm.
and continue to pay money for medications? Or do you want to actually get something that's going to be a return of investment? It's going to provide you longer life, something more satisfying.
Right.
And Jeremy, more importantly, are we looking for reasons to do this or not to do this?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now we're going to reflip it. Okay.
Yeah.
So now I'm your coach.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Haley, checks all of our boxes, right? It's
Yeah.
everything that you need. Okay.
Yeah.
We tied down the time commitment. We know we can commit to this time, right?
Right.
Cool. We know this is going to get us the results that we're looking for, right?
Right.
Okay. So Haley, part of being the best coaches, the best entrepreneurs, name any athlete. Okay. The best athletes in the world, the best coaches, they're quick decision makers, right or wrong.
Yes. Correct.
So they make quick decisions and they don't have time to, question themselves, if hardly ever at all. Is that correct?
Mhm. Correct.
Okay, so they're able to commit to that action. Whereas individuals that don't react quick, overthink, overanalyze, they have a harder time committing, and they also overthink, or they question themselves more frequently. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, so are you someone that takes action based upon where you see yourself or your current circumstance?
I think that's a good question. I think I'm a little bit of both right now. I think I definitely, if I'm being transparent, I think I want to be the future self thinker, but I think a little bit of myself is just kind of like, it's always the finances that are kind of just a little, that make you kind of double take, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But with that said, I am in a better position than I ever have been to move forward. It's just those student loans that just hold me back sometimes, that are annoying. But
Yeah, totally that. I went to college too.
yeah,
And yes, I had to pay loans for a long time. So I totally feel you.
yeah.
You're just younger now, so you're just seeing more of it than I. So totally get that. Now, the one thing I want you to remember too is you've already mentioned you're not an average individual. You got some skin in the game. You can
Mhm.
3 times your investment.
Mhm.
Okay. So is a small feeling of discomfort worth becoming Haley 2.0 and being able to take that action? Because tomorrow's not promised. Something could happen to the car tomorrow, but that doesn't stop you from going and training clients, does it?
No, no,
So like a lot of things could happen. We could walk down the street, get hit by a car. Are you gonna not go and wait for a few more days to make sure you don't get hit by a car?
no, no,
Right?
no, for sure, for sure.
So are we kind of is that kind of similar of what we're talking about between
A little,
a little
yeah,
bit?
a little. I gotta be honest with you. I gotta be honest with you. A little bit. I mean, yeah, it's just it is the but I know, for the most part, the obstacle is the way usually. But yeah, I think I'm pretty set. I think I'm definitely, what I plan on doing is I'm going to run the numbers on my student loans one more time.
Yeah.
Not one more time. I'm going to do that, but then I'm also going to definitely do just, I think I just need to watch a few more videos on the next level. But I think, because I actually had a meeting with one other personal training mentor program thing. There was
Mhm.
something weird about it. It just felt a little, it didn't feel as like this feels like concrete. This feels like I'm actually going to get like this college course like from you guys. So this feels, I have a better gut feeling about this program for sure. So I think I just want to do a little bit more homework, on the program in terms of like testimonials, just looking stuff up and all that stuff. But other than that, I feel pretty confident this is the right program for me. So,
Cool. So what I'll do is I'll send you over a condensed presentation of this.
okay,
It's like
that'd be
what
great.
we went over, but in 10 minutes. Okay.
Okay,
So boom, 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 boom. So you can kind of review it.
okay,
Also send you over the guarantees, the averages, so you can review
okay.
that as well. And
The
then,
numbers and all that.
yeah. And
Okay.
then I'll also send you over a couple testimonials as well from previous in-person clients as well, so that we can feel like you can resonate with them a little bit better.
I would love that.
Cool. And then let's go ahead and just set up a call this week.
Okay, let's do that. What's your schedule like towards the end on Friday?
Are your PST correct?
Yes, I am.
All right. What does your Friday look like?
Friday, I'm good after about like 2. So would that be 5 your time? Or are you?
I'm Central Standard, so yeah.
Okay.
So you want to do like so you're good after 2? You want to go
I
like
can do at 2.
okay, so let's do that. So that'll be 4 my time.
Okay,
Is that fair? Does that work for you?
that's perfect. Let's do that. Let's see.
And I'm just putting in your time zone right in here next to it. So I'm putting 2 p.m.
Okay. Thank you for being so understanding and
Oh,
explaining
100%.
everything. I
Now,
appreciate it.
absolutely. Now you have my number. If something that was to happen, or you have some questions, some concerns,
Okay.
shoot me a text and I'll make sure I get that handled for you. I'm
Okay.
actually going to send you over right now, just so you know that I want to make sure you get it. I'm going to send you our hype video. I call it the hype video. Kind of gives us a breakdown of some of the stuff that I went over.
Yeah.
But it's the 10K VSL one. So I'm going to send that to you now.
Jeremy, can I ask how long have you been with this program?
I've been with the NLCA for over 1.5 years. So I didn't do 10K because when I went through the program, there was no ChatGPT AI. It was called the apprenticeship program. It was about a 4-month program as well.
Okay.
So I've been with them for 1.5 years. I've been with enrollment specialist for over 6 months with them. And the funny thing is, when I was on the call, I was asking the lady, like, what do you do? And she's telling me, because I've always been in sales. And I was like, I'm going to have your job in like when I'm done. And she's like, okay, we'll see. She actually was the one that hired me on to do this job.
That's cool.
Yeah,
That's
I used to work in I think you guys have it down there still. It's called 24-hour fitness, where you guys are at.
Yeah.
Midwest, the Genesis Health Club's bottom out. So I was a fitness manager for over 2.5 years.
Okay.
So I was a leading producer for 2.5 years, running trainers, but it's not because like I was just so amazing at my job. I just loved health and fitness. It was easy to sell for me if you're like passionate about it.
For sure, for sure. Okay.
So I'm gonna put over here hype video, so you know which videos are different. Hype vid. That one's probably like less than 3 minutes, 4 minutes. And then I'm gonna send you condensed presentation.
Okay. Jeremy, can I ask you one more question before you have to go? I'm sorry if I take it up to go.
No, you're good. You're good.
What do you think makes this program different than like other ones on Instagram, kind
of? To be a fully honest, multiple of different things. One, when I was deciding to go through with the credibility, the Better Business Bureau, that was huge for me, because a lot of companies will say a lot of different things.
Right.
Now, when I actually looked them up myself, so when you go on the Better Business Bureau, they leave the complaints up there and then they get investigated.
Okay.
We haven't lost a single investigation yet. That was big for me. So if they helped at that point in time over 2,000 some students, and there's only four complaints, I'm like, damn, okay. Every company's gonna have some type of complaint. That was big. The accreditations, them being backed by ACE, NASM, and ISSA, they viewed those as continuing education credits. That was a huge deal for me. Yeah. Because those are the 3 biggest reputable certifications right now in the world.
Right.
And then now, what I see with this program is everyone has one-on-one support, but not that many touch points of one-on-one support. What they recently did that I wish they would have done back when I was taking it was they added that sales coach. A lot of companies will give you some strategies, but then you have to go somewhere else for the actual sales coach side of things.
Okay.
We actually throw that in there, which is a game changer if you're new to sales.
Right. Okay, cool. Yeah. Awesome. That's kind of what I was thinking when you were.
And the 3 times your guarantee. Again, that was huge. They had that back when I was doing it too. So if I'm having to gamble or take a risk, I'm willing to take one on myself if I know the only success or failure rate is based upon if I do it or not.
Yeah. Right.
So that's a huge deal for me.
Nice. Okay, cool. All right. Through 2 p.m., huh?
Yep. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I'm just making sure I send these all to you and that you got them.
No worries. Got it.
Okay. I'm just sending you some pictures of these two as well. You got those?
Got those. Yep.
Beautiful. All right. So we are set to go. Let me know how things go. Shoot me a text maybe tomorrow on how your phone call went with
Yeah.
how the loans are looking and all that stuff. Cool.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Hey, I appreciate your time, Jeremy. Thank you.
Absolutely. You have a great night.
You too. Bye.
See ya.